Good afternoon. Adrian Small from the Lux Dwelling Group at TTR Sotheby's International Realty. Today I have the honor and privilege of having a conversation with JB Haller, President and CEO of USInspect. He is a graduate of the University of Maryland and has his master's in strategic management and marketing from one of my favorite universities. Sorry guys, Wharton. As one of his clients perfectly described him, JB is into building a successful business that positively impacts his customers. We are focusing today on buyers, and JB is here to talk about the importance of home inspection, the core of his business. Without further ado, JB, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Adrian. It's great to see you again. Thanks for having me.
So today I want to start off with a very simple question, but I think it's important. What is a home inspection and why is it important?
Home inspection is a visual assessment of a property, and it helps you to learn about the home you're buying, gives you confidence to address potential concerns, and delivers peace of mind about your new investment. A home inspection is an objective review of the visible and readily accessible condition of a property at the time and date of an inspection, with a focus on 12 critical systems. We focus on exterior, roof, structure, water control, insulation, ventilation, interior, electrical, HVAC, plumbing, fuel services, appliances, and environmental systems. We cover the entire interior and exterior of a particular property.
So I think one of the key words, and I also stress that to my clients, is visualization. It's you inspect what you can see, right?
That's correct. That's correct. It's a visual inspection. There are some techniques and technologies that we use to help us figure out if, for example, if there's a water penetration issue. We use infrared imaging and cameras on site for every inspection. That helps us to find it. 99% of the time, if there's a water penetration issue on that property, we'll find it with infrared, which measures the temperature differentials between different surfaces.
Okay, so since we are on that subject, can you tell us the types of residential inspections and give us an idea of what your report would cover?
Sure. We offer about, 18, 20 different types of inspections. The big four inspections, so we're on one-stop shop effectively. The big four are home inspection, termite, radon gas, and mold. About 90% of the time when a customer engages us, they purchase a home inspection, a termite, and a radon gas, and then mold if there are any obvious water penetration issues. At the end of the day, a customer pays for an inspection report. This is what our inspection report looks like. Mm-hmm. It's 25, 30 pages, including photographs and recommendations and analysis of the issues in the house, as well as recommendations on how to repair those issues.
So if you were, in addition, the ones that you covered right now are standard, but if you were in areas such as like Darnestown or places like that, you also do septic and well.
Oh yes, yeah,
right?
yeah. We cover.
I think I lost JB again. You're back. Let's just
Yay!
Continue. Hey, this is the price for technology nowadays, but it's okay. So we were talking about well and septic and underground tanks and things like that. So I also wanted to know, in these unusual times, and we're living through a glitch in these unusual times. One thing that we've tried not to do as buyers, agents, and as buyers is to be on the property for the inspection per se due to the COVID-19 restrictions. So in these instances, your inspectors might go into a property directly without the buyer's agent or the buyer or buyers. However, let's just say that we're over COVID-19. I always think it's important for agents and buyers to be there. And I wanted you to broach that subject as to why.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, you asked earlier why it's important, to acquire a home inspection. Home inspection, $500 home inspection. We could talk about price when we get to that section, but $500 home inspection on a $1 million, $750,000 investment is absolutely essential. It's essential for customers to be on site because our inspection is as much of a get to know the home, really a homeowner's guide to the home, as it is an inspection itself. So we will show you, although our report covers everything, we will show you in person where the water shutoff valve, for example, is, where the breakers are. So, if there's an electrical issue, you'd be able to, quickly access that. How to operate a lawn sprinkler, how to take care of a particular, feature inside the house. That our inspectors are accustomed to providing our buyers with a lot of that type of information on site.
Yeah, which I think is very helpful. It's like when to change the filters of your HVAC
Right.
unit
Great example.
and
Yeah.
things like that. That I'm sure that it can be daunting to some buyers, especially which we're not going to cover today, but first-time home buyers. But at the end of the day, you'll have a report. It'll be telling you what to do, which I think is also very important. And hopefully, we will be back to that. And I also feel it's important for agents to be there, not only to service their clients, but to, know what's going on with the property also, because it
Hmm.
can come into being an element of negotiation for the buyer in the long run. So now that we've gone there, can you talk a little bit about your firm, which you've already talked a little bit about, but how you distinguish yourself from the competition? And I also like that strategic alliance you have. So
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
you
we're pretty
talk
excited.
about
We're
that?
pretty. I know which one you're talking about. We're pretty
Uh-huh.
excited. Generally, US Inspect, I consider us to be a very different inspection firm than most. We have about 50 inspectors in the greater Washington D.C. area. Most other inspection firms have, I refer to them as mom and pops, or independent operators. So if your favorite inspector, for example, is not available, then we have a professionally managed company that can provide you with, you know 10 guys or gals that look exactly like your favorite inspector. We train everybody to do the same thing the same way. So we recruit, we hire, and we train our inspectors to love the home and love the inspection process. We deliver the best inspection report in the industry. I mean, I showed you that earlier. It's
Yep.
graphical, it's colorful. Funny you mentioned first-time home buyers. We have a special first-time home buyer report that provides them with information about certain things that maybe somebody who's bought a home before doesn't really need to know about. Like you said earlier, changing the filters on the HVAC. We use smart technology on site. We capture everything with a mobile phone. All of that is captured on site. All the photos and all the data is captured on a mobile phone. The beauty of capturing that data on a mobile phone is that we can provide the report effectively when the inspection is done. Most other inspection firms take 24 to 48 hours to turn around an inspection report. Because we know how critically essential it is for you to receive that report as quickly as possible, we provide that really within an hour of the inspection. Um, so those are part of the reasons. The other cool thing, the one that you honed in on specifically, is our relationship with a company called PunchList. I met the CEO of PunchList about 9 months ago. The PunchList answers the question that we always inevitably get at the end of every inspection. Either the realtor or the buyer asks us these questions. Okay, so now that I've seen this is a list of the defects or issues that we found in the house. Here's my list of issues. Let's see if I can find it. So here's a list of issues, right?
Mhm.
How much is these going to cost, and how am I going to get these repaired? As a realtor, that you've probably spent a lot of time of your life finding contractors to come out and give you quotes, and then trying to retain those contractors in a busy schedule, particularly in the peak summer months, to come out and fix the things that need to get done. We engaged with PunchList about 9 months ago. We've actually come to a point now where they are truly a strategic partner. When we are finished with the report, and when your buyers click on the button to get a free repair estimate,
Mhm.
our data gets sent through an API directly to the PunchList pricing system. PunchList prices out those repairs and provides a report directly to the customer, with an assessment of those repairs. The really cool thing about PunchList is that if you elect to continue working with PunchList, they'll be happy to provide you with a free repair. Their business model effectively takes those repairs and says, we will manage everything on a turnkey basis, and will guarantee for it for years. So if you have 15 issues on your punch list, your effective issues list, PunchList takes those, prices them, and then if you engage them, they'll manage all the subcontractors. They'll take care of all the work. They'll give you a report that says, here's the before picture, here's the after picture, here's what we did to fix it, and it's guaranteed for a year. It's a crazy cool partnership.
I totally agree with you. We've used them the combination of services. Can you give me an idea for buyers as to like the turnaround time? Let's just say that we went ahead and did an inspection, and there are terms depending on whether it's Maryland, DC, or Virginia,
Right.
to where we
Hmm.
have to, we have a certain number of days to effectively do the inspection
Hmm.
and get back to the seller. So I think that what I like about the strategic alliance is that it shortens that time to where I don't have
Yes.
to be doing, extensions, asking the seller to extend that period because I'm running around chasing contractors to come and quote certain things. So having said that, what is more or less a standard turnaround time between the inspection itself and the punch list?
Okay, yeah, let's start way back at the beginning. Here we've got you've signed a contract. There may be a contingency period. You know you've got a certain time to act on that contract. Um, we offer three different ways to schedule an inspection. You can
Okay.
schedule online 24/7 at usinspect.com. You can text us. We offer text scheduling at 854-854-HOME. And we also have a call center here in Northern Virginia that will take the call. Generally speaking, if you call today, we have a capability to be on site tomorrow. Really, we've got 1 day accessibility. Most of the time, if it takes 2 or 3 days, it's because the buyer and the seller have to negotiate a time to get on site.
Right.
So once we're on site, so theoretically, we could schedule. You could call us in the morning. We could be out there this afternoon or certainly tomorrow. Once we're on site, as I mentioned, our data capture software permits us to produce a report very quickly. Within an hour of an inspection, typically within an hour of an inspection, we deliver that report to you and your buyer. Um, if your buyer elects to click on the button inside a report to take advantage of the punch list free repair estimate offer, that repair estimate gets sent to punch list instantly, literally milliseconds through our API, our tech API. Punch list will price that within a matter of minutes, and within an hour or two, we'll have a free repair estimate back to you and your buyer customer.
Wow.
So pretty fast turnaround.
Yeah, which is the reason why I like that strategic alliance. So can we go into maybe getting an idea of the cost of inspections? And when I ask for that, I like to favor, because it gives me in a better negotiating position if I have a client to do a pre-inspection. And
Yeah.
in many instances, when we do a pre-inspection before submitting an offer, um, sometimes buyers are cost sensitive, so we like to
Mm-hmm.
offer them several options. Can you talk a little bit about what those options are?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so it we our fee structure is typically correlated to the size of a house. So the bigger the home, the more time it will take to inspect the home. Generally speaking, the higher the fee. Um, I don't know, for a ballpark estimate, if it's a 3,000 square foot home in the greater Washington, D.C. area, an inspection is probably going to cost $500, 500, $600.
Right.
A termite inspection on top of that may be another $100, and a radon gas test may be another $100. There's an advantage to bundling all those three at the same time. With respect to pre-inspections, we've seen a trend really over the last year that where agents, progressive agents like yourself, are getting an inspection done on a listing site potentially ahead of a buyer being interested, providing that buyer with full disclosure. Here's the inspection report from a third-party the best third-party inspection firm in the country, USInspect. You can get your own inspector if you want, but this is pretty good stuff. And oh, by the way, we've taken 13 of the 17 issues and we fixed them with punch list, and here's their report which says we fixed all this stuff. So pretty compelling value prop from a seller perspective to a buyer. If a buyer is cash restricted, that we also offer a product called Walk and Talk, which is
Okay.
an opportunity to go on site with a buyer and say, I won't give you a report when, at the end of the day, but I'll be happy to walk you through the property and show you personally where some of the issues exist. It's just like a full home inspection. The only difference is that there's no finished report at the end of the day.
Right.
So
So no
it's another,
photography, no photography. It's just we
right,
encourage our clients to walk around with a yellow pad and a pen
right.
and
That's great,
write
great.
down whatever notations, take notations of not only what is wrong, but sometimes the inspector, when doing this, will talk about some of the maintenance issues, if I
Correct.
take
Yep.
it.
You bet.
Cool, cool, cool. Well, this has been fabulous, JB. I will let you know. I want everybody to know that USInspect is a service that we definitely favor. I particularly like that
Thank you.
alliance
Thank you.
with Punch List, and I will be providing everybody your contact information for potential buyers or sellers, like you mentioned. If they are interested, and to all the listeners out there. I want to let you know it's usinspect.com, and they have a fabulous blog. I recommend it. It's got some good information. I read
Thanks.
it. So anyway, JB, thank you,
Thanks, Adrian.
thank you. It was a
Thank you so
pleasure
much.
holding this conversation with
It's
you.
my pleasure.
See
Thank
you
you so much,
soon.
Adrian. Peace. Stay
Bye.
safe. Cheers.
You too.